Okay, so we're gonna set up, I'm gonna show you how to set up your paper for your Good Copy watercolor project. So I have my thumbnails, my clear 4 different ideas. I'm going with the idea here in the bottom right hand corner. So I wanna make sure I have that thumbnail kind of next to me so I know what I'm working from. Obviously, if you wanna change it up a tiny bit, you can, but I would stick with what you have if it's been approved so we know that it's a good design. And I'm gonna start lightly. Remember, so important that you lightly lay your pencil down. The lighter you are with your pencil, the better, because you won't get a lot of smudging happening with your graphite when you go to use the watercolor. And this is definitely varying a little bit from the design that I originally had. Just a little bit as far as my lines are concerned, which is fine. Okay. And then I'm going to come through and add some of these down lines. You do not have to use a ruler. I'm choosing to use a ruler because I like how nice and crisp the lines are. And it'll make it easier when I'm going to lay my watercolor down for me to have a nice hard edge to work on. And I'm kind of varying my lines, you know, based on what I had on my sketch or my thumbnail, and setting up my paper so that I have it all set up. In some of these smaller places, I can go back in without my ruler and get a nice straight line. Okay, so I have my drawing all set up. What I'm gonna do is bring in my watercolor and my same way I set up with my example when I was working on my rough draft, on my example that I was doing before. I have my paintbrush, I have my paper towel, I have my water, my cup of water, and I have my watercolor palette. And what you're gonna do, I would work from left to right, from top to bottom, so that you're not dragging your hand through your watercolor. I am going to come in and I'm gonna add my first color. Be mindful about your color scheme. I know I talk about that in the assignment page. Be mindful about colors that kind of work together. You want to make sure that your design is cohesive. And what I'm going to do now is go through and fill in every section. And I am going to do a time-lapse video on how to do that.